Hello friends, in today's class we are going to see another multiple entry situation that may occur in LR parsing table called reduce conflict. Welcome again, and this is the next section, and in this section we are going to learn about this reduce conflict in context of SLR. So till now we have seen two examples, and both examples are in SLR. This is the example where we will see this not SLR condition, and that will arise due to this reduce conflict. Okay, so this is my example, and this is the table. I have just created this these many rows here. So let's see. Okay, so now here we are having this s dash derive dot s, and then dot is in front of s derive dot capital A small a b, dot is in front of s, so b a, dot is in front of a, hence a derive small a, put a dot, and b derive small a, put a dot. Okay, this state is my I0 state. Okay, let's do the go to operation on the symbol next to dot here, and that is first one is s, so s dash derive s dot, and that is your I1 state. On input capital A, this will become s derive a dot aab, and let's call it as I2. On input B, this will become s derive b dot b a, that will become your I3 state. What will happen on input small a, and that will be, there are two a's are there, both a will move together, a derive a dot and b derive a dot. Okay, so this is our concerned state I4 that we are looking for, but I'll explain you later. First let me complete this one. So now is the small input a, and this will become s derive capital A dot ab, and it will become, dot is in front of a, so a derive dot a, and I'll call this state as I5. This one is on input b, this will go in this way, that s derive b dot b a, dot is in front of b derive a dot a, sorry, and that is your I6 state. This will go to this state s derive a dot b, and that is your I7 state. On input small a, now here a derive a dot. Now you might think that we have a state that is having a derive a dot, but now understand that this consists of two entries, a and b, and this is consist of a single entry. Okay, so do not put this a derive a dot into a superset. This is a different state, this is a different state. Two items are there and it's a single item, though dot is at the end, but this is a superset of it. Okay, same means number of items should be same, and this state is your I8 state. Okay, come, let's, here on input capital B, this will become s derive b and capital B dot a, and that is your I9 state. On input small a, this will become b derive a dot, and this is your I10 state. Okay, so now we are at this on input small b, this will become s derive a b dot, the dot will reach at the end, and that is your I11 state, and this was the only one that is left. So S derive b b b a dot, and that is your I12 state. So total is I0 to I12. I don't needed this particular state. Okay, so just let's cross it off. We have only 12 state with us. Fine. So here now we'll fill the entries over here, and we'll see. Okay, so we'll see that how does it work. So I0 on input S is going to the state I1, on input capital A I2, on input capital B I3, and on input small a I4. Okay, so that I1 is a special state, you know what to do on input dollar, so that is accept. I2 on input small a going to the state I5, I2 on input small a going to the state I5. Reduction will take care later. I2, I3, okay, I2, okay, sorry, this is not, okay, let me just put this, okay, sorry. So, okay, I2 on input small a going to the state I2, on input small a going to the state I5, I3 on input B going to the state I6, and I3, then I4, I3, and then I4 is a reduced entry, will come back here. I5 on input, okay, this input is, I have not written on input capital A, okay. So I5 on input capital A I7, I5 on input capital A I7, and on input small a I8, on input small a I5, on input small a I8, I7. Then I6 on input B is I9, I6 on input capital B is I9, and on input small a I10, on input small a I10. I7 is a state I7 on input B I11, on input B I11, and I8 is a reduced entry. I9 on input, okay, I have not written input, but this is A. So I9 on input A, I9 on input A, I12. I10 is a reduced entry, I11 is a reduced entry, and I12 is a reduced entry. The rest of them is a reduced entry, rest of the rows, and we don't have any situation. At least shift reduce situation I was talking about. So I4 here. Now I4 is consist of two reduction entries. Okay, so I4 is consist of, there is a two reduction entry. Now this situation may lead to a reduce conflict. So let's follow the rule. A derive A dot. Where will put this entry? So answer is follow of capital A. And then B derive A dot. Where will put the entry? Answer is follow of capital B. Now follow of capital A, follow of, what is follow of A? So let's have a follow of A. A is followed by small a is followed by B. So follow of A is A comma B. What is follow of B? So B is followed by A and B is followed by B, and that is also A and B. So follow of A is A and B, follow of A is A and B. Now let me just number it. So this is number 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4. So now follow of A is A and B, and this number is 3. So I will put R3. Where I'll put R3? In A column because of the follow set, and in B column because of the follow set. Now R4 is for B derive A dot, and where I'll put R4? In A column. So I have to put R4 here, and I have to put R4 here. 4. Now you can see that this is the situation, we call it as a reduce conflict. That this situation we call it as a reduce conflict. This situation, these two situations. So this I4 state is consist of R3 as well as R4, okay, together, and that's why we say this is not is having a reduce conflict over here. Okay, so I4 state is consist of two reduction entry, and both reductions are on the same column, and that's why it's a reduce conflict. The next, let's fill the table. I8 will come to I8. I8 is a derive A dot, and this A derive A dot is entered in R3, and R3 will put in A column, and in B column. We'll come to I8, I9, I10. I10 is this B derive A dot, and that is also in follow up B, which is A column as B column. Okay, sorry, this is not R3. This will be R4, and this will be R4, and this I should erase it and call it as R3. So this will be your R3. I11 is a reduce entry, and follow of S will be dollar, and its number is 1. So I11 on dollar column I will write here R1, and I12 is this one, follow of S, and that number is R2, so that I will write R2. So now here you can see that R3 and R4 is multiple entry, multiple reduction, and this is called as a reduce conflict. This is the situation we termed as reduce conflict. And the result here in this case is this grammar is not SLR, okay, not SLR, because I'm getting a multiple entry, and that multiple entry category is a reduce conflict entry. So we can say that grammar is not SLR or SLR1. Okay. So this is the first example where the grammar is not SLR1. Now think over this condition, that what is the relationship, or in terms of capacity, who is more powerful between LR0, because both we have done LR0 and SLR. Who is more powerful in terms of the language or the grammar recognized by the or parsed by the parser? Okay, so LR0 can parse more language, or SLR can parse more language. Think over it. Okay, so maybe in the next section I'll answer this, that who is more powerful. Okay, so that's all for this session. Thank you.